What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for the weekly wrap-up show. I hope you're all having a very good day today. I see we got some people here in the... Hey, look! The chat's already working, right? The chat's already working. What's going on here? What's going on here? It's like I'm putting in some due diligence or something. It's like I'm figuring stuff out or something. Anyway, guys, what's up? I see we got Reefer Man Reviews, my man. He says, yeah, Santa is live too. Yeah, and yeah, I see he's doing a special right now because they're doing Hasbro Toys is doing a launch. I'm not sure if this is the one. Is this the one where the Kickstarter where they did with the Mandalorian? What do they call it? The ship? Is that the one? Is that what they're doing? Is the reveal party or something like that? I don't know, but if you're interested in the Hasbro toys, by all means, absolutely go check out Star Wars Santa. He could certainly use the support, man. Absolutely. So hey, I'm not gonna fault you either way. You're one of the Myrtle Maniacs, so I know that you'll be back to watch the show either way. Reefer Man, you're all good, man. Lemon Pie, how are you doing? He says hi. LB, my man, what is up, man? Hey, you see LB? He's starting to do all kinds of streams. Like LB, my man here, he started this live streaming channel to not live stream on. He does live streams instead on his on his regular channel because he's a grifter, because he wants to make that ad money, not get people to actually subscribe to his live streaming channel. Moving on. You know, lots of people say stuff. Lots of people have strong feelings about Rob Liefeld, you know, and I've got to say, I get it. I totally get it. But I gotta tell you, Snake Eyes Dead Game is a pretty good read. I enjoy this book. I like the art in this book. Now, of course, you could take and look at what everybody seems to focus on when they're looking at reading one of his comic books is, oh my gods, the pouches, the pouches, the feetses. Oh man, the pouches and the feetses. Oh man, I just can't take it. I can't take the pouches and the feetses. Oh my god. Oh my god. I get it. I get it. You want to be well-rounded. I mean, like, when you can do stuff like this, I mean, why shouldn't you be able to draw some feet? Or if you can do that, if you can draw that right there, why can't you draw some feet? Hey, why can't you draw a waist without a bunch of pouches on it too, right? But the thing is like, you do get great stuff like this. Like, seriously? Like, come on. There's some good stuff there, man. I don't care what anybody says. It's nice. It's nice. The story here is pretty good as well. I like the story going on here. Somewhat exciting. It kind of got me interested here. I do have a few gripes about stuff. Like look right here. I know somebody's gonna say something, but look, the boobage, the like, I get like the angle and stuff, but like it's just like, I don't know. It's just off. It's off. But I'm telling you, other than that, I mean, like, look, there's some good art in here though. There's some good art in here. Like, look, okay, the feet, right? The feet, right? All right, all right. I mean, come on. I mean, like, I don't know. People always have their different feelings about it. Again, okay, here we could pick. Oh, we could look at the boobage again. The boobage. The boobage are like all together here. Like, it's just like, it's all even over here. It's just like, it's just all off a little proportions in the like. But you know what? Other than that, other than the little things that people crap about, all those little pouches, all those little feet, this book, Snake Eyes Dead Game, is really fun. It's a good read. You should probably check it out. But I started wondering, what's this all about? It says Story and Art by Rob Liefeld. Inks by Adelso Corona. Colors by Federico Blee. Letters by Ann World Design. But it's right here, right under Rob Liefeld's name. It says, okay, it says story and art, Rob Liefeld. Script and dialogue, Chad Bowers. What? I don't really get that then. Like, I must be missing something there. Story and art. Story and art. Maybe he just laid out the story. Here's what we're going to do in this story. Here's the story we're telling. And then Chad Bowers came up with the script and what they were saying, what the characters were saying, what they were going through. And then Rob Liefeld drew it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can see kind of... I think that's where some of the things that I would nitpick about this book come in at. From like storytelling wise and just kind of everything going on there. But I mean, that's really bad. I mean, and it's not bad. It just seems like I don't know. I don't know. Like there could be a little bit better of a connection there, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. So let's see. Good morning. No, LB. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. You sound like you're gonna start singing some U2. Are you gonna start singing It's a Beautiful Day? Razor Crest reveal. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was the one. Alright. We're just on that stream. And the model looks cool and all, but I'm here. Alright. All good, man. Hey, coffee mug is offensive. Don't do you know what it says? Which side? Well, this is this one would be Goku, and this right over here would be Master Roshi. It's the kanji they use. Mm-hmm. LB says I'll stream on the other channel just for you. You know I'm just busting your balls, LB. You know I'm just busting your balls. I was gonna say it yesterday in your stream, but you cut it all short. I was driving, like, I was out working. You know what I mean? Like, I was out working, you know, and yeah, so I didn't get a chance. I drive a lot. I didn't get a chance to put that on there, but it says yeah, I started a live streaming channel to not stream it. Oh man. Okay. Feats is it Golem? Yeah, right. Yeah. Feats is Stormy821. What is up, my brother? How are you doing? Hope all is well with you, man. Let's see. Lemon Pie says it's Feats is precious. Yeah. Yeah. Always mask up, man. Always mask up. Don't want the mafia after you. Louis the 13th. How are you doing? Cool Spidey Cap. Yeah, thank you. You know what's funny is I got it at the theater when we went to go see Far From Home, and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. I like it. You know, plus my son had one that looks very similar, but instead of like a blue bill, I think it has black. So I was like, oh, we can have one. We get it. It'd be like kind of matching. And he thought I was buying it for him when we were at the theater, but I'm like, dude, that thing is way too big for you. But anyway, yeah, I got it there. But the only thing I was like, damn, they're selling it at Cinemark, so you know, like every other person out there in the world's gonna have it. But you know what? I honestly don't see it that much. I don't see it that much. But thank you. Is that book called Boobage? Yeah. Rob Liefeld. Oh. I must have been reading it in a different dialect. My bad. Oh. That's funny. That's funny. So, you know, there's a lot of things going on. We see in the MCU. Have you guys seen all this stuff? I've been watching my brother Josh over at the Den of Nerds all week long, talking about all of this just WB MCU stuff, this news, everything that's been coming out. We're getting so much stuff all of a sudden coming out, right? As we all know, as you all know, Falcon and Winter Soldier got pushed back till next year, as well as Black Widow. Basically, their whole movie slate seems to have been pushed back by a year, with the exception of WandaVision. WandaVision is moving right along. Apparently, it's going to be coming soon. Cool stuff, man. We've been getting some cool casting news. A whole lot of things coming on the rise. It seems like Ant-Man seems to be the big movie coming out. You know, I've been doing these morning shows for well over a year now. Well over a year. And I've been trying to tell you guys that Ant-Man is where it's at. I did several Ant-Man videos back in the day. Because this is really the key to so much stuff for the MCU. And it's like now all of a sudden everybody cares about Ant-Man. Possibly getting Kang. Kang isn't even confirmed. Remember that when Jonathan Winters got confirmed to be cast? I said it was only rumored that he's going to be Kang. It's very possible though. And well over a year ago, I went into why it's possible. I actually went into why during the it was during the Avengers God, what was it? It was the Endgame trailers. There was a scene that everybody was kind of picking apart. Everyone was saying that Scott Lang had the little briefcase, or no, had Hank Pym's lab. That's what he was carrying behind him when he was looking at those little posters from the missing after the decimation that were posted on that lamp. And you remember he asked the kid, he's like, "Hey, what happened here?" Remember the little kid on the bike? And people were saying that was a suitcase or Hank Pym's lab, and I'm like, "No, dude, look, it's." And I went through and I found like I don't know, it was like 10 minutes worth of work. I went in and I finally found the right clip of that Avengers. I think it was the one on Instagram. It was the one on Instagram that blew the whole thing apart. And I went through there and I debunked that like that. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's Hank Pym's lab." I'm like, "No, look, you can clearly see in the trailer. He's got a trailer behind him, a little cart that he had, a little wagon that he had in the movie, and he had his shit in it." I was like, "Look," and some motherfuckers come out of nowhere and they're like, "Oh, that's CGI." They CGI. They CGI'd the handle. You know, Marvel's always trying to throw us off the scent. I'm like, "No, dude, it's the stuff." But what it was in that scene. In that scene, you look at Scott Lang, and you look back. The house that's right behind him. Let me see if I can even find this here. The house that's right behind him has an address on it. Oh no, wrong one. It has an address on it, and it's like 1064. So I went through and I was like, 1064. What could that mean? You know how us Marvel nerds get, right? And I went through and I found Avengers, issue number 10. Let's see. There we go. It was Avengers, issue number 10 from 1963, the Avengers series from 1963. I believe this issue actually came out on November 10th, 1964. But you get into this issue, and it's about Immortus. Yeah. Immortus comes in, and what he does is he meets. First, we see the Avengers training here. We see the Avengers training, but then we see Rick Jones taken off. Rick Jones was wanting to be one of the Avengers at this point. He still worked with the Avengers, but right here we see the Masters of Evil, and they're wanting to put a stop to the Avengers. They want to get rid of the Avengers, right? That's what the Masters of Evil. And who are the Masters of Evil? Well, you got Scourge, the Executioner. Certainly had him in the MCU already. You got Enchantress. Nice. Loki series coming up. And you've got Zemo, right? Yeah. So what they're doing is they're trying to formulate this plan to stop the Avengers, to put an end to the Avengers. And then in enters Immortus, right there. You see Immortus enter. Now, in case you don't know, Immortus is a version of Kang the Conqueror. Now, this isn't Kang the Conqueror's first appearance, neither. I think Kang the Conqueror was in like issue number 9, maybe issue number 8. I think he was in one of those issues. I didn't read it. I didn't read it, so I won't confess to know. But then what happens is Immortus uses heroes throughout time to battle against these guys. He brings in Hercules to fight Scourge the Executioner here, and they're sitting there. They're sitting there fighting, and let's see. Oh, it's Paul Bunyan. He brings in Paul Bunyan. And so he's sitting there, but Immortus is like, dude, like, you guys need to join me and we'll defeat the Avengers. And the Masters of Evil are like, bro, we're not, why would we join you? We don't need, who are you? Do you know who we are? Like, they're like, you defeat one of the Avengers and we'll go ahead, we'll join you on your mission. And Immortus even tells him, like, hey, I've got my own plan here. I've got my own reasons for joining you. Of course, naturally, the Masters of Evil do as well. So they're like, okay, we'll join you if you can defeat one of the Avengers. And Immortus just laughs. I'll defeat all of the Avengers. Ooh. Tall claim. And of course, you know, they're like, yeah, okay. So then what happens is Immortus lures in Rick Jones. Lures Rick Jones into this trap, and he traps him in this tower back in in medieval times. Traps him in this tower, and this is how he gets Captain America. Captain America ends up coming to see Immortus. You know, he drew him into his place, like, hey, where's Rick Jones? I know he came here to become part of this superhero program that you guys are offering here. Where's my friend at? Immortus says, oh, ooh, yeah, well, he's trapped somewhere. You might, if you want to know how he got there, you might want to go talk to the rest of your friends in the Avengers, because they're kind of how I got a hold of him. That's kind of their fault. So what happens is Captain America goes back to Avengers headquarters and gets in a fight with all of the rest of the Avengers. We got Thor, we got Ant-Man, we got Iron Man. Gets in a fight with them all, and they're sitting there fighting. Wasp is there too. And so they're sitting there fighting, and he's like, hey, what's going on? What'd you guys do to Rick Jones? I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? So they all the Avengers go to see Immortus, and what happens is Immortus is like, ha, you guys fell for my trap. So stupid. That's like the oldest one in the book. And what he does is he sends Captain America back through time and says, hey, you know what? If you can save your friend Rick Jones from this tower, from all of my people, I'll bring you guys back to your time and I'll leave, and it's all good. Meanwhile, he brings in God. Who all did he bring in? He brought in Goliath. He brought in, I want to say he brought in Hercules. Didn't he bring it? He brought in Merlin. Merlin was fighting Iron Man. Yeah, and he brought in Hercules to fight Thor. And they're all sitting there going at it. Yeah, they're all sitting there going at it. And in the end, you know, the Avengers win. Captain America goes to that tower and saves Rick Jones, like a knight in shining armor. Immortus keeps his word and transfers him back to their time, just in time for Captain America to come in and save everyone's ass. And that's, you know, pretty much what turned the battle. And so then what happened is, as the Avengers were getting ready to win, the Enchantress, Zemo has the Enchantress reset time on them. Rewinds time back. Rewinds back time to where they were at the beginning of the story, where we see that the Masters of Evil have kind of been doing this this thing over and over, because we see Zemo, he says because we see Scourge the Executioner says, again you have failed us, Zemo. And Zemo says, silence, you thick-skinned clod. Each time, here's the thing, each time we come closer to victory, do we not? So what it's implying here is that they've actually been going back through time. They've been going back through time and doing this with Enchantress, having her sort of rewind time to go back and try to claim this victory over and over. And that's what he's saying. He's like, each time we do this, we come closer. But what happens is Immortus enters the picture. Now, the thing is with Immortus is the ruler of Limbo. Limbo, the realm of Limbo, where things never change. He's kind of in charge of that. In charge of making sure that things never change. It's interesting because I'm not sure what his connection with the Time Variance Authority is. But if he's the ruler of Limbo where things never change, that would almost also make me think that he has something to do with the Time Variance Authority. I could very well be wrong there. What do you guys know about it? Stuff that could easily come in through the Loki series, but also have everything to do with the Ant-Man movie. Because the Ant-Man, like, holds the key to so many things. Like, even if you go back and read the Ant-Man Prelude comics, we see... Remember in the Ant-Man movie, when they're showing all those slideshows of him defeating... seemingly defeating some of the Nazis at their camp. Remember, he was talking about how Ant-Man was like, oh, it was just a mythical story, just trumped up to scare people, right? And those scenes we see in the Ant-Man Prelude comic. And where those scenes take place at is in a place in Siberia where Hank Pym is going into to get these plans, these blueprints that Hydra has for building this machine. And what this machine does is it wipes people's memories. Yeah, it's that machine that they use on Bucky, on the Winter Soldier. That's right. And here's the thing is, he's going in there to get these plans because he's like, they have these blueprints. They're reverse engineering. I can't remember whose technology they were reverse engineering here, but they were reverse engineering. And he's like, we got to get these plans out of their hands. So he went there to get the plans. They already had a working unit. So he went in there and they were using it on a soldier there already. He went in there, kicked all their butts, destroyed the machine, and took the blueprints with him. But, well, apparently, little did he know that they probably had other working models or other copies of those blueprints, because we obviously see that they did have this machine working later. Now, what we don't know is if that soldier was Bucky. I don't think it was, just given the timeline of everything. But we see all of these things going on in there. We see all the things that we've seen in the just in the Ant-Man films. Some of these different things going on where you see that, like, what Ant-Man does, especially with the quantum realm and stuff like that, some of that travel, which eventually leads to Tony Stark appropriating his technology and letting Jarvis, or I guess it wasn't Jarvis at that point, it was Friday, create time travel. Oh, damn. Once again, did Tony not invent something? Ooh. Damn. It's the Stark sham, ladies and gentlemen. It's all there. And that is really what leads us to the next point. So King the Conqueror, very possible. Obviously, we got the She-Hulk news. Obviously, we've got all this other news. The latest news is with the Spider-Man, right? And you might be asking yourself, how does that, what? But we've got Tony Stark, who was Spider-Man's mentor. Bunch of bullshit. Hashtag the Stark sham. And now we're getting this news that Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange, is coming in to mentor Peter Parker. It's a damn travesty. While Peter Parker, and I know somebody's going to say, it's not the comic books. Bitch, please. Peter Parker in the comic books was fucking smart. He was a genius. As much as Tony Stark. He didn't need Tony Stark to invent a suit for him, to invent new web slingers for him, to do all that stuff for him. Now, Tony Stark did eventually make him suits and shit, but Peter Parker was somebody who stood on his own. This is why I don't understand the whole Peter Starker love. Hashtag the Stark Sham. Like, Tom Holland is a good Spider-Man. He's a good Peter Parker. He's a terrible Spider-Man, and it's not his fault. He's got the whole kind of awkward teenager thing down. That's good. But this Spider-Man, this MCU Spider-Man, and it makes me wonder, will they rectify some of that? With this multiverse of madness? With Ant-Man breaking into these multiverses? Will we actually get our rightful Peter Parker? Peter Parker don't need Doctor Strange as a fucking mentor. Peter Parker certainly shouldn't be looking up to Tony Stark. It's bullshit. It's a bunch of horse shit. And I know what somebody's going to say. Somebody's like, that's why Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man ever. Because everybody loves their tokenized Spider-Man. How could you not? Might be a racist if you don't. This is why Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is probably the best one. And I'm not saying that Tobey Maguire's the best Peter Parker or that he's the best Spider-Man. I'm not saying that. The best Spider-Man is really a blend of all three of the Spider-Mans that we've had. He's a blend of that Tobey Maguire Peter Parker Spider-Man. He's a blend of the Tom Holland. And yes, he's even a blend of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2 actually had the most comic accurate and probably one of the best looking Spider-Man suits that we've seen on the big screen. Hands down. Hands down. Tell me I'm wrong. Sure, the movie was shit, but hey man, that suit was fucking on point. But supposedly we're getting all of that back too, right? We're getting Mary Jane, we're getting Peter Parker, we're getting Peter Parker, we're getting... Oh. Are we getting Uncle Ben? Are we getting Uncle Ben? Makes me wonder, is Aunt May eventually gonna be that gray-haired old man that she looks like in the comics nowadays? Oh, have you seen the the latest versions of Aunt May? She looks like a freaking dude. Oh man, I'm being bad. Oh, and Nick Fury. Oh man. How long's this dude been in space, man? How long this dude been in space? Was that Talos that got shot? Was that actually Nick Fury that got shot and Talos replaced him right then and there? It was certainly him that showed up at the very end of The Winter Soldier. It was certainly him because remember his eye was all jacked up? And that's the funny thing too. A lot of people talking about, we're off track here. We're talking about Ant-Man. We're talking about Ant-Man. Don't forget though that we've seen that those guys that were there for the technology, the Carson Mitchell was there with in the first Ant-Man to get some of that technology, that cross technology. They worked for the Ten Rings. That's part of who Carson Mitchell was working for. Now, Carson Mitchell is somebody who has worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. We know that he's been trying to copy Hank Pym's technology. There's just so much stuff going on right now, guys. And my thing is like, everybody's kind of looking at this thing like we got the Nick Fury series coming in here that's going to be the Secret Invasion. We've got, and Sword. We got Sword coming in by way of the WandaVision, supposedly. We've got the House of M coming in by way of WandaVision, right? So, what if, by way of like the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, not only do we have the Thunderbolts coming in, but maybe they're actually setting up Secret Empire. Because we've heard rumors of that too, right? With Krasinski? Maybe they're setting all of these things up. Together in these individual series, and they are going to converge into Secret Wars. Maybe it's going to converge into Civil War 2. All of these things possible because they've all got it all set up. And my thing is maybe the heroes have actually been living in Pleasant Hill. Maybe none of them are dead. Maybe we've actually had the Thunderbolts out there impersonating the Avengers already. Maybe that's what some of it comes to. And maybe some of this is all being broadcast into people's minds, into the reality by way of a lot of the technology and things that Hydra has used, altogether. And look at General Ross, you know what I mean? And the government control they've tried to have everybody under. So, like, there's just so many things at play here that I think it's all possible. Just so much. There's just so much. And it seems like we're getting this blend of all of these different big events that are being brought up and taking place in their own little ways, and they're all eventually going to converge. And I'm thinking, we probably might not get another Endgame level event for a while, especially considering the movie industry right now. But I think all of these things that are coming out will eventually build up to that Civil War 2. Maybe it's gonna be that Secret Invasion, but I think a Secret Invasion is going to be something on the way to that. Well, it's going to, and don't get me wrong, Secret Invasion is going to be a big event. It is. It's definitely going to be like the Avengers movie, But then Civil War 2 has to be soon after that, as you're bringing in all of these young heroes and all of the old heroes and all of these things going on, the reality shifting and everything going on here. All of that stuff has to come to a head. The young heroes are eventually going to be telling the older heroes, like, look, man, just like they did in the comics, what you're doing is not how we see things. This is not how we work. This is not what we do. All of that stuff is going to come to a head. All of it. Just like it did in Civil War 2. But hey, that's just if you ask me. Let me know all of your thoughts about that down in the comments below, because I do believe with all of these things that Ant-Man is kind of the key to all that, because that and Doctor Strange is where all this multiversal stuff happens. That's where it's happening. We know that it obviously started with Doctor Strange, and that was some interesting stuff Josh was talking about this morning over on the Denim Nerds Live with a lot of that kind of stuff that Doctor Strange is, him seeing all those multiple thousands of realities and outcomes, him living through those and experiencing all that and having that impact him. Just like Tony Stark with his PTSD and all the things that he's experienced. These things would be real experiences for Doctor Strange. So I'm like, yeah, certainly interesting. Certainly interesting, because you got to take all those things into consideration. Now, one thing I will say, before we get off the subject and I get into the live chats about this, there was something else my good friend Josh over at the Denim Nerds was talking about. I think it was yesterday, regarding Jane Foster Thor. Love and Thunder, thinking that they wouldn't touch the cancer story. That's too That's too difficult. That's something hard to do. It's something hard to do. Like, people are really sensitive about that. And I get the argument. Certainly. But PTSD isn't serious? Depression isn't serious? God, what else? What else do they call? Oh. Human trafficking and Stockholm syndrome isn't serious? Murder isn't serious? These are things that people like. I'm just saying. If you ask me, these are pretty serious issues. They're pretty serious topics. I would say cancer's right up there on the list with them. Is it any higher or lower? I mean, I think they're all kind of on the same keel. Oh, suicide. Didn't they do it? They dealt with suicide too. Zemo tried to off himself. But cancer too serious? I'm just saying. They've dealt with all of these serious issues already. We've dealt with like even Tony Stark with the loss of his parents and everything. Everybody's kind of lost their people there. The loves lost and everything. Is cancer too serious? Considering they've covered all these other things? Hell, in one of the movies, they actually even tried to redeem a notorious and known human trafficker. Child human trafficker, even. And he was redeemed by a bunch of people with Stockholm syndrome. All right. I'm sorry. Let's get here into the live chats and see what you're all saying. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. Okay, sorry. I went off on a tangent there. I love Ant-Man, absolutely. Ant-Man, one of my favorites. No one care about Ant-Man but you, L. Well, that's fine, LB. I mean, just because you have shit taste doesn't mean that everybody does. Can Pym particles shrink certain body parts? I had this huge growth hanging yonder, thinking my girlfriend is scared of it. Oh man, I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm surprised you know who Ant-Man is, LB. I didn't think you followed that kind of thing. Oh man, Landon, how you doing? I wanted to wake up at 9 a.m., but I woke up at 11. Ugh, yeah. My ADD just kicked in. I have zero idea what's happening. What? Oh yeah. Talking about Ant-Man. Nerdy Blurb TV, my man, what is up? How are you doing? Yeah, the Stark Sham, man. Hey, it's going nowhere. Superior Hero Reviews, what is up, my brother? How are you doing? Stop talking about Doctor Strange. Oh, man. What you know about Doctor Strange, man? Come on, man. You didn't even know who Brother Voodoo was. I seen that shit. By the way, when we get Brother Voodoo in the MCU, he better be like some Napoleon Dynamite looking motherfucker, man. He better have fucking pale ass skin, fucking freckles, and curly ass red hair. Fucking curly ass red hair. That motherfucker better look like Napoleon Dynamite fucking times 10. He better look like Napoleon Dynamite times 9/11. Because, yeah. I mean, this is the MCU. He a better Spider-Man than Paul Rudd is in Ant-Man. No way. Epoch Catharsis says pre-programming for Mandelaverse. What's the Mandelaverse? Um, Nerdy Blur says, yikes, hot take there. Rudd's Ant-Man doesn't act all pity party. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ant-Man's the best, dude. Ant-Man's the best. LB just don't know what he's talking about. He just has bad taste, and shit takes. Doctor Strange shouldn't be a mentor for Spider-Man. He has only been the Doctor for 2 years. Doctor Strange still needs to grow as a man after all that has happened. Yeah, I was gonna say, and right now, like, Doctor Strange not even the Sorcerer Supreme yet. He's not even the Sorcerer Supreme yet. Parker needs to stop being 15 years old. He's a grown dude, not a scrawny adolescent. Right. Well, I mean, he needs to hurry up and get out of high school. I mean, he did always have the thing where, like, you know, he was in high school, and then eventually, you know, he got a little bit older than that. You know, he got his job and everything. He got out of high school. Let's see. I disagree. Comic accurate Spidey with comic accurate Spidey with Spidey 2 wasn't Doc Ock as a nice scientist. No, but the accuracy of Spider-Man, the accuracy of the character Spider-Man himself. Yeah. But I hear you. Yeah. The man with pure evil from birth. Yeah. Absolutely. No, we're not getting Uncle Ben. They removed him from the box, I think. Right? Yeah. They removed Uncle Ben from the box because Uncle Ben's rice is racist. Aunt Maine. Oh man, I actually don't think Marvel is allowed to mention Uncle Ben due to Sony copyrights. I think all that stuff is going to go out the window soon. Sony and Marvel, while Sony could make a lot of money off Spider-Man himself, I don't think Sony and Marvel are going to. Sony and Marvel aren't going to do much together, or they aren't going to do much without each other. Like, Marvel Cinematic Universe will go on and be cool without Spider-Man, but they could do a lot more cool shit with him. Kevin Feige knows that. Because he knows that Spider-Man can survive on his own. Spider-Man will survive without any of the rest of the Marvel Universe. He's like, what Sony owns is more than enough. But especially with the way things are going now with the film industry and everything like that in Hollywood right now, neither one of these studios, they really almost have at this point have no choice but to play nice and play ball with each other. That's really what it comes down to. It's really what it comes down to. They're gonna have no choice. So they just need to do that shit. They just need to do it. Forgot about Talos and Spidey Far From Home. Yeah. Look at this guy ignoring the chat again. Yeah, I'm nerding out, man. If we don't get Uncle Ben, I'm gonna leave the theater, right? I know, seriously. Epochathos says no more mutants. Yep, absolutely. Who knows? Maybe they're doing it a reverse, because we know how the MCU is. Maybe they're doing it reverse, where she's going to create mutants. Because they never said that she's not a mutant. They never, like, I went back and I watched that, like, the bonus scene on, was it Winter Soldier? Where they showed the twins, and then Age of Ultron when they were there. Like, nobody ever said they weren't mutants. Captain America called them enhanced. That's really all they said. Dr. List and Von Strucker simply said that they were like gifted. Isn't that what he said? The gifted ones. So they've never said that they aren't mutants. They never alluded to that they were or weren't. It's kind of just left open. Yeah. We're going to get Aunt May. Sony going to get the Aunt May faster than Thanos could snap his fingers. Yeah, well, Sony actually had an Aunt May movie that they were going to be supposedly working on there for a while. There was promotion and everything made for it. Damn, there's 3 Den of Nerds streaming at the same time. Oh, right, yeah, because Santa was doing his the toy reveal for yeah, absolutely. Oh, there he is right there. It must have ended. Yeah. What's up, Star Wars Santa? And I told people at the beginning they can go to your stream. I told them to, matter of fact. I was like, hey, man, Santa can use the support, man. Go check him out. Y'all can come back here. I know the Myrtle Maniacs would be here. Motherfucker, Trent to the T. What's up, Will Morgan? How are you doing? Fantastic Four watchers, Galactus Silver Surfer done right. Yeah, I want to see that. Luciferians in government. Serious. Doesn't Spider-Man get the Venom suit in Secret Wars? Well, he gets the black suit. Yes. He gets the symbiote suit in Secret Wars. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's diverse. What's diverse? What are you talking about? What's diverse? Mark Hamilton says, I'm a bit of a Marvel normie, and I didn't know shit about Ant-Man until I saw the movie, which I thought sounded dumb, but damn, those movies are fun. Yeah, absolutely. The Ant-Man movies, that's what I like about them. They're fun, family movies. Paul Rudd is freaking genius. Dude, here's part of the thing is like, I love Paul Rudd. Secret man crush. Totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Paul Rudd's freaking great, dude. Fucking love that guy. And yeah, they're great. And the thing is, like, you go back, like, Ant-Man was one of the original Avengers, not the Scott Lang version of Ant-Man, but he was one of the original Avengers. Just all the things he did. We see that they started to do the Hank Pym thing in Endgame, where they showed that he was there back in the past, which we obviously knew that he was when they talked about him in the first Ant-Man movie and all of that stuff. But the thing is they've got all of that there that they planted in the first movie, and everything else that they have done to basically say that Hank Pym was there when they were starting off. The thing is, they never called themselves the Avengers. We never seen any actual things with them going out. We never actually seen any signs of the Fantastic Four or anything like that. But you know, and everybody talking about how they're going to bring in the Fantastic Four, how they're going to bring in the mutants, how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that. Well, we see that they brought in Ant-Man in that way. Of course, they didn't bring in the classic Ant-Man into the MCU. They brought in the Scott Lang version of Ant-Man into the MCU. So we have to guess that they're going to do something similar with the Fantastic Four, but what is it they're going to do? What are they going to do with the mutants? The thing is, with Cerebro, they could say that mutants have kind of been there the whole time, and some things have been happening, and it's easily passed off that that Pietro and Wanda are mutants. That's easily passed. You can easily pass that off, because that could be why they survived the experiments that Von Strucker was doing. But yeah, I'm telling you, Ant-Man just has so many possibilities for what they're doing there that it's limitless. It's limitless. And you know, and I remember somebody asking about with Loki. I remember seeing somebody asking about Loki having the time stone. How does he travel, or having the space stone? How does he travel through time? Well, that's a completely different scenario altogether. But I will tell you that if you have a space stone and you can travel through space like that, essentially you are bending space and time with being able to do that. Being able to use the space stone to open a portal to anywhere in the universe. I mean the space, like being able to travel there instantly like that like almost like the Bifrost Bridge, where you can see, like Heimdall could see through all space and time. And that's the thing, is the Tesseract would hold that power within it to be able to, because eventually if you're bending space, you're bending time. Anyway, we're getting too deep now. We're getting too deep here now. We're getting too deep. But yeah, the Ant-Man movies are great. Yeah, preach. I can see Disney laying down the law. Sony gets Spider-Verse, and regular continuity is Marvel. Yeah, and I mean, absolutely. The thing is, I think that would be on a Sony thing to do. Yeah, where they get to do their Spider-Verse, they can do all of that stuff, and it's easily having Spider-Man crossover into that because of Spider-Verse, and then they could always play nice with Sony in the Spider-Verse and have character appearances in those films. Like they could have like an Iron Man show up in there. You know, if Iron Man is back at that time, they could have these characters just show up in there. They don't have to have them like for minutes on end. Like you could just see them in the background or just stuff going on. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is they're gonna have to play nice with each other. There's at this point, with everything going on right now, they really almost have no choice. Like, yeah. I mean, they have a choice, but yeah. They call them survivors. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the survivors. Yeah, what if Wanda at some point in the past did the No More Mutants thing, and that's why they don't exist at this point, and no one remembers them? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that could be true. That could very well be true. Yeah, only ones that survive the experiments. Yeah, I want the Aunt May movie. Yeah, right. It's Ma'am. Yeah, it'd be super lame. Imagine watching the Bourne trilogy, but with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. No, I think you're. I think that's what is that? Mister. Was that one with? Yeah, you remember? Yeah. With Brad Jelena, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's what it would be, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. it'd be it'd be Mr. and Mrs. Parker. Oh man. Not to mention growing up with the Odin Force. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, you're getting too deep. Yeah. Time is the measurement of an object through space. If you teleport, you are time traveling, essentially being in two places at once. Yeah, right, exactly, Morgan. And that's the whole thing. Is like, if you really think about it, it seems like all of these stones have traits of one another. You know what I mean? It seems like they all sort of have traits of one another, and you can use them to replicate the other things. Where you see like Tony Stark and even Dr. Zola, who actually Dr. Zola first did it. Dr. Zola had created that element, which was a limitless amount of power. He did that harnessing the power of the Tesseract. He essentially harnessed power with the Space Stone. Power with the Space Stone. Power. And what do we know that uses power? The Power Stone, right? But we can also see that even just like, yeah, dude, man, the Mind Stone as well. What does it? What would you say is somewhat like the Mind Stone that has similar powers to the Mind Stone? The Reality Stone, exactly, because you see when they use the Reality Stone and it's got that red aura about it and it changes shit. It's got that red, poof, you know what I mean? He can change reality to whatever he wants it to be. The thing with that is that also changes your mind. If they used those, like say they experimented with the mutants and they used that Mind Stone on when they were experimenting on the twins, but Wanda's powers use red, like I said, her red clouds where she's reality warping like the Reality Stone, where she's actually even been infected or affected by the Mind Stone when she was experimented on. So these things, if you think about it, kind of mimic that too. The only thing that really don't mimic one would be the Soul Stone, right? Or does it? Or does it? I don't know, because what is there? There's the Six Stones. You got the time, and yeah, that's just I don't know, because the time one would tie in with the Space Stone. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's so weird. Because then does that make the Power Stone tie in with have similarities to the Reality Stone? Essentially, it makes me think that they all kind of could mimic each other's abilities if you harnessed it right. If you took and just harnessed the power and did that right. Where we see like Dr. Zola created that limitless power source just kind of out of nothing with that machine that they had, where Tony Stark actually took and he created when he created the element, he put it into a physical form, whereas Zola actually had it looked like it was kind of like a liquidy, just a source. Remember they had it in those pellets and all of that kind of shit. So he just had it contained essentially. Yeah, just a whole bunch of weird stuff there. But yeah. Uncle Ben dies at the beginning of the anime supremacy. Yeah, the Chaos Stone. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I know in the comic books, didn't they come up with another stone with the seventh stone? Namor doesn't even go that deep. Oh yes, he does. Namor goes deep. He goes deep into the dark. Better calm down. Better calm down. Um, Adam Warlock connects all the stones through the soul gem. Huh? All right, there you go. There you go. Mike motherfucking Porter. That's my favorite Porter. Mike Porter in the house. What is up, man? One of the nerd ventures. I mean, one of the Myrtle Maniacs there, man. It's that kind of a morning. It's that kind of a morning. We've been talking about a little bit of everything. My man. What is up? But he is one of the most notorious nerd vengers out there. That he is. That he is. But he's also one of the biggest Myrtle Maniacs that you'll find on the planet. Yeah, that's my man. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, guys, don't forget, guys, tonight, Trailer Park Live is going on at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Going to be starting off the show talking about some comic books, and then we're going to get in and just interact with y'all and talk about just some different things going on out there in the world. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. I think tomorrow, I just got to get confirmation from a man, K-Log. I think tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, we're going to do a watch along. We'll do a watch along here with you guys, if you guys want to do that, of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Have you guys seen it? I was thinking maybe we could do that, and maybe we'll bring the kids in here as well. We'll all sit there and watch it. You know, maybe we'll get my wife to join us as well, and we'll sit here and watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And I don't know. Have you guys ever seen it? It's on Shudder. It's on Shudder. If you go to Shudder, you can watch it on Shudder. If you're not subscribed to Shudder, you know what? You can actually find it here on YouTube. I found a copy of it. It says like Spanish subtitles, but it's the movie. You could go watch it with us. You could go watch it with us. But that's going to be going on tomorrow night. It's going to be, well, hopefully we got to hear from a man, K-Log, to see. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get that lined up. So the stream here that you guys will see here on the channel will pretty much just be me and K-Log kind of talking back and forth, just shooting the breeze while we watch the movie. But you guys will be able to watch it with us. And no, I don't think I know how to. Where do you guys? Somebody know? Okay, Adam, if you're out there, LB, if you haven't given me the thumbs down and left yet, where do you find these timers that you put the little timer on the screen? Like, where do you find those at? I can't find, like, I don't know where I find timers. I don't know. Because the one thing is, there's certainly a delay when you start these streams and all that stuff, and I don't know how to. I don't know, man. It's gonna be good. We're gonna watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. We're gonna have K-Log on. We're gonna talk about this movie, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, as we watch it. It's gonna be fun. Maybe we'll do another one. Maybe we'll do another one soon. Another one soon after that. I finally watched The Midnight Meat Train. Good movie. Good movie. Some cheesy stuff about it that I like too. Good stuff. Maybe we'll have Snowdub come on too as well one of these days. And join us as well. Maybe we'll have several people on. It's just, you know, when you get more than like 2 people on, sometimes it can get kind of chaotic. But I know my man Snowdub and K-Log, they work together pretty good. So I don't think there would be much issues there with all 3 of us coming onto a stream. But you know, like sometimes you get in some of the streams, you get like 4 or 5 people on there, and everyone's like, everybody's going, you know, all at once, and it's just like, dude, just can somebody shut up? But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be good. And guys, tonight, make sure you tune in for the Trailer Park Live. We're gonna try something new. We're going to have some fun. And it's gonna be good. And also, guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and, you know, hit the bell notifications, you know what I mean? So, you know, when we're going live and all that stuff. If you didn't get no notifications today, I think I may have figured out a reason why. It's because when I go through here and I create the stream, I use, you know, you can click on the thing and reuse old settings. I'm wondering because I noticed, like, when you get into the stream, it has all the old likes and dislikes from the previous stream when you reuse settings. And I think when it does that, It's not sending out the notifications because it's like, oh, well, you did the stream before, you reusing the old settings, so it's not sending out notifications. So let me know if you got notifications. But you should subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications. But the other thing you should consider doing, guys, if you like hearing me flap my gums about comic books, if you like comic books, if you like just hearing me talk about comic books, you should support the channel. You can support the channel in a variety of ways. You can go and you can send direct donations in via Streamlabs. There's a link down in the description. You can become a channel member, one of the Myrtle Maniacs, for as little as $3.99 a month. That's right, the price of a comic book. You can go check out my Patreon. There's a link down there in the description as well. Become a Patreon supporter. Do that as well. Because what you're doing when you decide to come here and become a channel member, as one of the Myrtle Maniacs, what you're doing is you're helping fund indie comic book creators. Because what we're going to do, what we're doing with that money that we're getting from the channel memberships is we're going to support some crowd-funded comic books. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to bring some exclusive reviews for all of the channel members on these comic books. Everyone else is just going to get the regular review. They're going to get the, hey, what's up, guys? This is the comic book. You should check it out. Oh, maybe you can go buy it. There's a link to the backer kit down there. You know, they'll get that. But the Myrtle Maniacs will get an exclusive review where we're going to go in and we're going to take a look at all of these beautiful books that we're crowdfunding. As a matter of fact, one of the first projects that the Myrtle Maniacs have funded was from a friend of the channel here, Darth Daddy Lunga. G.A. Lungaro recently did one called Isadora and the Immortal Chains. And we backed that one. We went ahead and backed that one. Now, part of the campaign that we became a part of and that we supported him at, we get a thank you. There's a thank you section in the back of the book. And we get a thank you for it. And with that, it says, who's the thank you? Who do you want to make that? I put on there. The Myrtle Maniacs. 2nd Street Marvel. That's you guys, the channel members who are doing that. Who are helping crowdfund these comic books. He's one of the first ones that we did together. And I gotta be honest. Sorry, Myrtle Maniacs. I didn't reach out to you and ask. But I'm sure that you would probably all agree that Darth Daddy, G.A. Lungaro, our good friend over at the Great Council. Okay, our friend. Can we say good friend? I don't know, man. He's an alright guy, man. Come on, guys. We went ahead and backed his project. Another one that we just backed was Trevor Fernandez, Linkevich. He did one called Area 51, the Helix Project that he did, and you can go check his channel out, Dark Knight Nation, here on YouTube. He did that one, and we went ahead and we backed that one. There's another couple that I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at Common America Volume 2. But the one I'm looking at would include 2 volumes, Volume 1 and 2. I believe it's around $40 for the campaign to back both of them, to get both of them. I could back the one of them up. I think it's only like $20 or something. It's not very much. But I figured while we're at it, we might as well get Volume 1 and have Volume 2, right? I think it's about $40. Plus there's shipping and handling. If you guys want to become a channel member, one of the Myrtle Maniacs, and help support these projects, I believe it's Tim Lim, that does Common America, become a channel member. The join button is right next to the subscribe button. The link, if it's not there, if you're on your phone, is down in the description. It just says, become a channel member. Join the Myrtle Maniacs. I'm looking at that one. I'm also looking at Impossible Stars, graphic novel, done by Richard C. Meyer. I'm also looking at that one. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to put that on the community wall for all the Myrtle Maniacs. Maybe we'll back both, but I'll tell you, it gets kind of costly. And right now, I think the last time I looked, we were at 16 channel members. I could be wrong. Let's go through here and check. What are we at? What are we at here? It may have gone down. People may not love me no more. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Hello? 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 Work? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Let's see. What are we at? Let's see. We are currently at 15 channel members. We're almost at 20. We're 3/4 of the way to 20 channel members, guys. We got 15 of you. And here's the wonderful people we've got. We've got Maverick Pilgrim. We've got Mike Porter, Yova Rhodes, Polyhedral Paradise, Lavas Blackman, Den of Nerds, Reefer Man Reviews, Whiskey Steve, Two Brothers Comics, Kiowa Carter, Lord Vito, Vanjecture, RC, Scott, Carol Brown, and Stormy821. All of the great Myrtle Maniacs. And like I said, if you want to join the Myrtle Maniacs and help support these small indie creators, please become a channel member. I greatly appreciate it. This is kind of what we're going after. Like, we talk about comic books here. I already support my LCS with a bunch of comic books. That's what I do a lot of the comic book reviews on for you all. Maybe that's what led you here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was just me. But that's what I do a lot of my comic book reviews on. And we will be supporting some crowd-funded comics. So thank you very much for all of you people who support the channel with your hard-earned dollars. I do greatly appreciate that. Oh, but, okay, so let's see. Wayne and I, big Myrtle Maniacs. Absolutely. Yeah, Friday nights hits different. Yeah. Yo, sorry, late. Hope everyone's doing well. All good. Ghost Space Records. Hope you're doing well. I seen you dropped a new video today. Gonna go check that out here soon. LB says I would never leave. I don't see any reason why they're not bringing back Quicksilver back in the making of making the Witch and He Mutants. All kinds of things. Unlock mutant powers like drugs for Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, absolutely. The timer is called Snaz. Okay. She used to comment on campy horror movies during intermissions in the 80s. Big titties, kind of like Vampirella. Oh, yeah. Elvira. I love Elvira. Yeah. You know that she actually her show came about because there was somebody else who had a show that was very similar, and she basically came out and just did it better. She just basically came out and did it better, and her thing took. I can't remember who it was. I was reading all about it one day. I'm like, oh, dude, that's great. Plus, like, she's from my home state. They even give her an homage in the movie. But yeah. I love Elvira, man. Always have. Yeah, Elvira's great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. What are you talking about, Mike Porter? Reefer Man says, I was just reading the most comic Elvira. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark from Dynamite. Oh yeah, you know what? I have some of those. Issues. I started buying them for the covers. Let's see. Yeah, because Elvira's just awesome. You know, like, she's great. Especially, I'm telling you, Elvira Mistress of the Dark. We're gonna have a treat on Saturday evening. Well, if K-Log is available Saturday evening, we're gonna have a treat doing a watch party together, guys. It's gonna be fun. Well, I mean, kind of together. Like, you guys will have to watch it here on YouTube, or if you have Shudder, watch it there with us. But we're gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be fun because I freaking love that movie. Like, when I was a kid growing up, I loved Elvira. Yeah, so did my father, right? Maybe that's kind of where I got it. I mean, it's just it's Elvira. Come on. And don't forget, guys, what is that? What is that? Joe Bob Briggs show getting ready to come out at the drive-in? No. I can't remember. It's coming back soon too, so we'll probably do some of that. Join my man K-Log maybe on his channel. Maybe we'll do some stuff. We're gonna have some fun. Hi, Boshti. What is up? How are you doing? I hope all is well. Hey. I was watching those memes. The make me laugh this morning. That was good stuff. Good stuff. I often get the notifications for you going live after your stream's finished. Oh yeah, I know, dude. That's your freaking YouTube. About fucking time, Trinity, says Wookie, right? Oh yeah. Hey, Bashti again. Yeah. I get them hours later. I don't know what bro be doing. Yeah. I'm here to talk to I'm here to hear you talk about weirdos. Makes me feel welcome and included. Yes. All good, man. Wookie says yeah. Oh man, it's all good, Wookie. Just because you hey, look, just because you don't like him doesn't mean that he's not a good writer. Hell, you could, and that's part of the thing. That's part of the thing. Like these days, everyone's so fucking worried about somebody else's personal life, their politics, whether they like somebody this or that. Look, Stephen King might be jaded as shit and be fucking lefty as fuck, but you know what? That doesn't rule out the fact that Stephen King has wrote some great fucking books. Doesn't mean he's not a great fucking author, okay? Get over it. Just like I said yesterday with Black Angus. Pull your panties out. Dust off the sand. Wash up if you have to. And it'll be okay. Whether you like Daddy or not. I've heard he's a great writer. And I heard he's good. And we're going to check out his shit. Because when we did the backer kit yesterday, when I gave the Myrtle Maniacs that thank you on the thank you page, I went ahead and picked up the book that he did. What is it? Souls of Magic Stone? Souls of Magic Stone? I know I'm forgetting something there. Maybe that's just what it's called. I went ahead and got that too. Is that $12 extra? Because I was like, I'm interested in it. So I went ahead and picked that up too. But yeah, I really like, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not, just because you like somebody or not doesn't mean they're not a good writer. Like I said, Stephen King. Go look at Stephen King's Twitter. Especially you, Wookie. I know. I think I will assume your stance on some things. But by all means, you'd probably look at Stephen King's timeline and be like, "Fuck this guy." But that doesn't rule out the fact that he's a great fucking writer and he wrote a bunch of great shit. And I'll leave it at that. Hey, I understand. I understand if you don't like Darth Daddy. I'm not asking you to like Darth Daddy. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not asking you to, go check out. Hey, that's what I'm doing. That's what you're supporting here by, if you're a channel member. Because we're going to read his book and we'll let you know and we'll be honest with you and let you know if the book sucks or not. We'll tell you everything that's going on in the book. That's what channel members are going to get. Everybody else is going to get a regular ass review. Oh, Louis says, sometimes me too, darn you too. Yeah, I know. Backing into independent comics, I think that's cool. Absolutely. The book isn't about preteen sexuality, is it? No. No. Wait, which one? Which one? There'll be something wrong probably. Oh, what a miss? Oh yeah. No, I think it's because I'm reusing the old thing. Yeah. Independents are awesome, Mike. Yeah. This is so awesome. I'm a murder maniac. I'm helping the cause. Absolutely. Sure don't love you no more, you Ant-Man lover. Yeah, absolutely. Trinity, LB said, Trinity, give me your money. Well, here's the thing is, I'm taking the money, I'm giving it to somebody else. Because believe me when I say, Google takes 1/3 of that shit anyway. If you're donating, if you become a channel member at $3, like YouTube, I'm only getting 2 because YouTube taking the other dollar. They're fucking deboing me. They're saying, hey, it's my money, punk. Just because I'm broke don't mean I don't love you more. No more. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong. Like I said, you being here, not being a channel member, doesn't mean that you don't support the channel. You support the channel by being here, watching the live streams, sending in direct donations, sending in super chats if you can and when you can. That's all good. But also, I get ad revenue from you being here and watching the videos too. That helps. It also helps get me in front of more people, all that kind of stuff. So that doesn't mean that you're not helping contribute. By being here watching this stream, by watching my videos, you're helping just the same. It's just don't add up as rapidly because I don't make I don't make a lot of money from ads. But that's really about it. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. Yeah. Elvira, my heart's on fire. Yeah. Ba ba wow. Yeah. 1-2 comic talk, my man. What is up? Kev, how are you doing? People are so sensitive. They can't even take a joke. Oh, yeah, Landon. Bruh. This is something you should know. Is you got to do it like this. You got to do it like this. Mike knows how to do this. Mike certainly knows how to do this. You do it like this, Landon. People are so sensitive. They can't even take a joke. And you better have clapped after every single one of those damn words you typed. Take a joke. For real, people need to stop worrying about what other people politics are. What that got to do with creativity? Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, and really, like anybody, like unless somebody like personally just like came out and like to me, unless like Stephen King or whoever, any of these fucking weirdos on Twitter, people care, unless somebody specifically comes out and says, "Fuck you, Trinity," I'm not gonna take offense. I really don't give a shit. And chances are, even if they came out and said, "Fuck you, Trinity," I'd be like, okay. Just because you tell me fuck you, like, I've been told that by plenty of people, and as long as you're writing a good comic book or a good book or whatever, I'll still read it. What do I do? What do I care about that? I'm not sensitive like that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You can say fuck me all day long. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. What's it got to do with creativity? I mean, and here's the thing. You do have to draw a line somewhere, though. You do have to draw a line somewhere because, like, look at Kevin Spacey. Like, it's hard to even watch a movie with Kevin Spacey at this point because he's a fucking piece of shit. But you got to hand it to him. When he was his acting career, he's a fucking great actor. It's a shame he's a piece of shit, though. You have 15 members, and I have one. Me. Absolutely. You have one member. How often do you play with it, LB? Oh, Jeff Johns seems like ripe turd, but 3 Jokers is sick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll tell you for sure. Jeff Johns. I like at this point, because of the, like some of the stuff that I heard, like really like the real shit behind that. If that's true, and I have no reason to believe the shit that I heard about Jeff Johns being absolutely 100% true, dude's a piece of shit. Dude's a piece of shit. But that don't mean that he's not a fucking great writer. Because, yeah, that 3 Jokers is fucking fire, dude. That's fire. Absolutely. Will Morgan says, well, Stephen King said something recently like diversity at the sacrifice of story is bad and almost got canceled. Point is, some people are held to public standards or else. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that, but he's right though. He's right though. I mean, because that's true. Diversity at the sacrifice of story is bad. Like if you like, here's the thing, is like. A story should be able to fit anybody. And anybody should be able to relate to a story about certain characters. You know what I mean? Like anybody, any race, any color or creative person should be able to relate to Spider-Man. To maybe not to Captain America because he's Captain America, but he holds the values of humanity more so than just America. So people of any race, color, creed should be able to relate to that. You know, and that's how it should be in the writing. And anybody should be able to relate to it, in that sort of way. But yeah, if you're just like, yeah, sacrificing the story just because of it is not good. I mean, it never works out. It is different. Different. I separate opinions. Doesn't mean that the art is not good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. angry clapping. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is no spoon. Yeah. I don't expect everyone to think like me if it's all good. It's good. Yeah, absolutely. I watch House of Cards with no problems. Yeah, I haven't seen House of Cards, but yeah, I know he was in that. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like, pretty much after everything came out about Kevin Spacey, he hasn't gotten work anyway. So you don't really have to worry about supporting him at this point now. You can safely go watch all of his shit and be like, you know, like you're just watching a dude who was like a piece of shit behind the scenes and all that stuff. That's really all it is. Because it's not like you're supporting him any farther. I mean, maybe he gets royalty checks still. Maybe. Yeah, Hollywood full of Spaceys. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Got it. No, it's got it. Clap when you say people can't take jokes. After every word. I don't relate to Spider-Man at all. I do relate to Thanos, though. See, absolutely, though. But you know what? He's purple, LB. I'm sorry. The writer who created Thanos, he's not black. So I'm not sure you can do that. You gotta, you know, to relate to Thanos, it's gotta be, even Thanos in the movies was written by white dudes. I'm kidding. Yeah, guys, we gotta end the stream, man. We gotta end the stream. I've been going way too long. Landon, I applaud. Landon. You gotta do a syllable. Fight. We're going to syllables, not just words. Landon. I applaud you. ASM was a baller in the 80s. Good combo of action, problem solving, and critical thinking. Good action street level guy. Doesn't hold up to Omega level. Yeah, absolutely. LB is about to snap all of us. Yeah, man, that's funny. LB says black people overrated. Bruh. What are you talking about, man? You're the biggest Tyler Perry fan I know. You're the biggest Tyler Perry fan I know that you went and you advertised for him on your shirts that you sell in your merch store. Bruh. Being your favorite show, you went and you used that. That's like your tagline, and you even got shirts based on it. Bruh. Eddie Murphy, not trash. He's not overrated. Certainly not back in the day. You know, whatever happened to Morris Chestnut? Whatever happened to Morris Chestnut, man? John Singleton wasn't overrated. You ever seen his movies? They're good. Samuel L. Jackson, not overrated. Sidney Poitier, not overrated. Aretha Kitt, not overrated. You know, when I was thinking back to it when I was a kid, I was like, maybe that's where it all started. Maybe that's where it all started. Was Aretha Kitt being Catwoman back in the day on Batman? I liked Aretha Kitt as Catwoman. I really did. I really did. No shit. Cowabunga fam, what is up, Ruben? How you doing? The way you can relate to Thanos is you have to be a purple, which grapes can only relate to Thanos. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No one is overrated. Right. Brown versus Board, doll test. Ever hear of it? No. Morris Chestnut on a show called The Resident. If it not canceled, okay. All lives are overrated. Yeah, absolutely. Brown versus Board, doll test. Ever hear? No, I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that. Interesting that you bring, like, I'm not sure what that is, but it's interesting. I mean, I could, there's some, I mean, yeah, I don't know, I'm sure you'll make a comment in there, but anyway, guys, that's all I got for today's stream. Yeah, LB is over, there we go, LB is over. I like that. We're running with that. Oh no, Confessions of a Young Trinity with Aretha Kitt. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You like Aretha Kitt? I certainly liked her. I liked her more than the Julie Newmar Catwoman. I did. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Julie Newmar, but I'm telling you, Aretha Kitt. You know. Have a great weekend. You too, Star Wars fandom. But yeah, you all have a very good day. Thank you all to all the Myrtle Maniacs, all the channel members, all of the Patreon supporters, all the people who send in direct donations that are helping fund small independent creator comics. You all have a very good day. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell because tonight we have got the Trailer Park Live going live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You have a good night, and we'll see you tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Later.